Hey everyone, it's Arden, and I'm super excited to be sharing with you today the top 7 colors for 2022. So each month, I'm going to be sharing a color vision of the colors that are stepping forward energetically to support you, and kind of what they mean, how to use them, how they'll support you in that case, and where you can actually find them, since they will be in stores. So this month will be a little different in that I'll be covering the colors for the entire year and kind of how they come up throughout the months. We're going to cover what these colors mean, how you can use them, and where you can find them. So there are 7 colors that are stepping forward this year. The first one is a soft violet. Number 2, white iridescence. Number 3, very Peri. Number 4, a blue-green, an Aqua Mist. Number 5, a golden yellow. Number 6, a coral. And 7, gold. So let me go through each of these 7 in a little bit more detail. So although these 7 won't be represented equally throughout the year, you're going to find the most dominant color is going to be yellow. And then you're going to have a little bit of coral with that. And then aqua will make a little dance into it, as well as gold towards the end of the year. So as the months move forward, I'll share with you throughout the year a little bit more about each of these colors, but today I'm just going to give you an overview. Every year, the color industry releases their forecasts for what colors are going to be the most popular for the year. So for 2022, we've had predictions and forecasts from Pantone, as well as CMG, which stands for the Color Marketing Group. The Color Marketing Group forecasts the colors for the current year 2 years prior, and it's done worldwide, whereas Pantone releases its color of the year based on the most popular colors used by their clients. And most of them are within the textile and manufacturing industries, whoever's using the more popular textile colors and plastic colors. So let's go through the first color, which is soft lilac. Now, this one isn't new energetically for us. This actually showed up last fall in 2021, and it's still been there, providing us, I think, that soft wisdom that we need as we're moving through a little bit of, not these darker times, but as we're moving forward to more exciting times on our planet. What's really cool about this soft lilac is that it's in stores right now. Whether it's nail polish or a sweater or something like that, you can purchase it now to have it support you. And this is a great color because it really connects you spiritually, but because it's such a soft, muted color, it actually makes it a little bit easier on your system. So again, soft lilac, that's at the beginning of this year, and will start to tail down to a new color, which I'll share with you in a little bit. The second color is white iridescence. Now, it's not so much that it's going to be a color that you're going to see in stores, although it's there. And I show you some great examples here of what you might find, which I think are really great, but it's going to be a little bit more subtle. So it's just this iridescence, this light rainbow reflection on some things. This is more of a guide for you. It's your path for following throughout the year. This kind of keeps you on the straight and narrow. So as your energy may be pulled from time to time throughout the year, the white iridescence, and it's very white and soft, that's going to help keep you focused on what's really important. The iridescent path that I speak of is the path to spiritual enlightenment. And that's what a lot of us are going to be going through this year, becoming more aware of what's happening in our surroundings. Your truth is that you have the capacity to love fully and be connected to spirit. And this white iridescence helps you to do that. And it reminds you to stay in union and aligned with spirit. One stone that I love for this is Moonstone, because it has a nice what do they call it? An auradescence, but it's an iridescence to it, where the layers of the stone kind of end up reflecting the rainbow. So it's a beautiful stone. It's also a stone that helps you feel connected and helps increase your intuition. Again, this is going to be the color that is just the main thread throughout 2022, and it's going to be subtle. So it's nice to just kind of keep something to remind you of this color and support that it's offering you. Now, when it comes to other colors that are out there that have maybe been forecasted by Pantone or CMG, actually Pantone has a color that could be used as the white iridescence, and they call it perfectly pale. This is kind of a sandy beige hue, and it reflects a soothing comfort and warmth, and it's very inviting. So again, it's another really supportive color. You can find a lot of this iridescence and the soft colors, not only in stores, but at the nail salon. The third color is Pantone's Very Peri. Now, the first color that we kind of started with last year was this really soft lilac, soft violet. And Very Peri is moving more towards blue. So from violet to blue, you're moving to Very Peri. And what's really interesting is I don't have an actual, I'm going to show you a few samples because Very Peri, the color that Pantone has announced, is based on their fabric color samples. So it's textiles. It's a textile color, which means that all the high-end fashion designers are going to be using this color. So most of us, although we won't be purchasing high fashion, or maybe you do, we'll start to see it trickle down into some of the more like lower priced houses, or even at Target, for example. So you start to see it there. And there's even some fun sneakers that are doing a Very Peri. I have an old Pantone deck, and so this has not been updated. But this color right here is pretty close. I don't know if you can see this. It's this one right here. That's the Very Peri, or very close to it. And I'm going to put my glasses on here. I can, those of you that have the old Pantone decks that don't update like me, this one's Pantone 2725. I also popped it into my color converter on my phone. So I use the NIX color converter, and I just punched in the RGB codes that Pantone gave us and came up with this color. Now, if I look at this color and I compare it to the Munzel color tree, I'm going to pull out blue violet. Now, this, just to show you, is blue violet. It's in the 5 range. So if we were to go and label the hue from 1 to 10, 10 of blue violet would be closest to violet, and 1 of the blue violet would be closest to blue. Okay, so this is 5. This is right in the middle of that. And if we take violet, this is 5 violet. So these aren't like right smack next to each other. They're 10, basically 10 spaces apart from each other. And Very Peri is right smack in between. It's 10 blue violet. So it's not 100% blue violet, and it's definitely not 100% violet, but it is as close as can be to a blue violet. So I'm going to show you on the screen what 10 blue violet looks like per the Munzel notation, so you can see. The issue about Very Peri, from my perspective, is everybody knows what violet is, or grape is, or purple is. When it comes to blue violet or indigo, it gets really difficult, especially when it's so close to violet. But there's enough blue in there so it's not quite purple. And that can be a little confusing, but Pantone, what they've said about this is that we are living in transformative times. And so this Very Peri is a symbol, this is what they say, it is a symbol of the global zeitgeist of the moment and the transition we are going through. You can start integrating this color if you like for support, because it is a little bit more futuristic and intuitive. It also kind of takes us moving, it's a little bolder. So it's moving us from the soft violet, right, into something a little bit bolder. And you're going to start to see bolder colors actually in stores. So this is a great launching pad to kind of just help you navigate as these colors start stepping forward. There's a great nail polish by Essie that you can get. I'll provide the link below. It's called You Do Blue, and it's actually close to this Very Peri. So the fourth color that's stepping forward, we're going to start seeing this really like towards the beginning of spring and mid-spring. It's blue-green, yet you're going to see it more washed and more clear. So what I mean by washed is when you take a color and you add water to it, you're washing the color. It's like a beautiful watercolor, right? And you may not get rid of the chromaticity. It may still be really bright and fresh, but there's just this misty quality to it. So the first color that you'll basically see of this blue-green, and this will be in the springtime, this is more for energetic support, is an Aqua Mist. So aqua and blue-green represent freedom and purity and inner peace. And so that's also what water represents, is purity and life and your emotional well-being and your emotional clarity. So this Aqua Mist that's coming forward as an energetic color will be there to support you. And I'm actually wearing this color right now, so you can see this dress is by Prana, which is an eco-friendly brand that I like. They're based here in Northern San Diego. As far as this blue-green color, you don't have to wear it as clothing. You can also use it as nail polish, or you can even use a stone, a gemstone. Now, one of the, you can use turquoise or halite, because that's closer to the blue-green, or you can do like I'm doing and get some fun peacock feather earrings, and that will be supportive. But the turquoise represents spiritual seeking and truth. And that's what's really going to be needed energetically as we move into spring. One of the spring colors that Pantone has released, they call it Sponge Sugar. And they call it a pastel blue color, but it's closer to a blue, that soft blue-green mist, this Aqua Mist that I was telling you about. The fifth color there's a couple of different ones, and I just kind of grouped them together. Golden Wheat and Sunny Yellow. So you're going to get a warm golden yellow and also really bright sunny yellow. And this is going to be the dominant color for the year, and something that you're going to start seeing energetically coming forward to support you, I would say towards like mid-spring, towards the rest of the year. And the great thing about yellow is it brings in joy. It's all about joy and happiness. And it also is one of the colors, right, closest to God. And so it's about enlightenment. So again, we have this theme with iridescence. It's going to be basically helping us follow the straight line with this beautiful path that it provides us throughout the year. And then we have yellow, which also provides us this enlightenment and wisdom and joy. So this is a very positive color, and you're going to see it, which is amazing. You're going to see it a lot even in stores. So this is exciting. You're going to see these warmer sunny yellows. This was forecasted by CMG as the color for 2022. And you'll see a lot of this, not only in fashion, but you'll start to see it with housewares and house goods, pillows, so you can brighten up your place with this color. It's going to be very supportive for you. I even found a cute little yellow sundress at Target that I'm showing right here that you can get. So this color is going to be everywhere. Another gemstone that is great and supportive for yellow is citrine. And this is just a little citrine stone that I have. It's actually my birthstone. So all you Scorpios out there, hello. pull out your citrine. Citrine's really great for supporting as far as wealth. And so that's always nice to have. But again, a very prosperous color. So along with CMG naming this the color of the year, or their color of the year, they do it a little differently. So it's not quite like how Pantone does. But Pantone also selected a few other colors for 2022. And one of them for spring is daffodil. And how funny, because I actually have some daffodils right here that my neighbor dropped off to me yesterday. So this is like another great color that you're going to start seeing because it reflects, you know, spontaneity and spring and liveliness. Okay, color number 6 that you'll see, and this, you'll see it more with the yellow. It doesn't really stand alone, but you'll see it as a supporting color with yellow is coral. Other trends that are moving forward are a bright orange. So you can use a coral or a bright orange as a support. Yellow and orange together, they represent joy, connection, and happiness. So just envision this wonderful summer of being out with family or friends and enjoying and laughing together and actually having a great time. This is what coral and yellow will be doing together. So before I move to the last color, I want to talk a little bit about the blue-green again, because that's going to come back in towards the fall. And this blue-green is going to be more clear. So like just crystal clear water, but it's going to be blue and green combined. So a good, here I'll show you the munsel, but you'll start to see this clearer blue-green and even a deeper version of it, the teal color. One stone that can be really helpful for that, even though it's closer to blue, is apatite. So you'll see here, if you compare it to the blue-green in my dress, it definitely goes a little bit more blue, but this is apatite, and it's a great stone for support. So as far as the apatite, I actually have 2 books that I refer to. Actually, I have 4 crystal books that I refer to. The first one's The Crystal Bible by Judith Hall. A lot of people refer to this. I have the small version. The reason I like it is because it has the illustration or the picture of the gemstone and then just an example, a description of it below. So as far as apatite, you know, she's showing a very tiny version, but if you look at this one, it's much, you know, more beautiful. It has all these beautiful colors to it, and there's clarity to the colors when you start looking at it. There's also the books by Katrina Raphael, and it's called Crystal Enlightenment. And this is actually a series of 3 books, and they're really good. No pictures though. So that's the only downside about those. But as far as content, much more valuable. So let me just read to you what it says about apatite. Psychologically, apatite increases motivation and builds up energy reserves. It includes openness and social ease, encouraging extroversion, dissolving aloofness and alienation. It draws off negativity about oneself and others. It also stimulates creativity and the intellect, and it clears confusion. So this is great. If the clearer appetite you can get, the better. And not appetite for being hungry. So anyways, that's apatite, and that will help support you in the fall. Now, this final 7th color is gold. And I'm just showing my pyrite here, but if you wear gold, which I always recommend, you wear a little bit of gold. So I have gold here. I always wear a gold chain or some kind of gold jewelry because that's an amplifier. And what we're moving into towards the end of the year is this beautiful new golden age and this energy of amplifying everything that we are and becoming our best selves. This is what it's all about. And so this year of 2022 is all about us stepping into becoming more fully human. It's going to be a really joyful time. So be open to the wonderful possibilities that are going to be coming forward, and make sure you use these 7 colors to support you and have a little fun. You'll find them in stores as well. So that's what color is about. It's there to support you, to communicate with you, and to communicate who you are to others. All right, so thank you for being here, and don't forget to subscribe below to my channel, and I'll see you next week.